Hello everybody, good day to you. Welcome back. This is episode 2 of this 2012 Chevrolet Avalanche 4-wheel drive with a 5.3 liter. It's here for a nasty oil leak repair. You can see there's oil everywhere down here. Oil dripping all down the back of the bell housing. Bottom of the oil pan, everywhere you look there's oil. So we're in the process of pulling this transmission out. Getting the exhaust out of this thing was a bear. It required the use of the torches. We got the thing off in part 1 and I was spent, so I went ahead and ended the day. If you have missed part 1 or would like to go back and see it, just check in the links down inside of this video's description and it will take you back in time to the first part of this particular series. So all that self-promotion out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get the transmission jack underneath of this transmission and transfer case assembly. We're going to support the weight. We're going to unbolt the bow housing, we're going to slip it away from the engine and take the transmission out of said vehicle. Once the transmission's out, we can go back up to the engine, pull the flywheel slash flex plate off. It's actually a flex plate, everybody calls them a flywheel. We're going to pull the flex plate off, and once the flex plate's off, that's going to expose the rear cover of the engine, which encases the crankshaft seal, and we're going to see if it's the crank seal or if it's the cover perimeter gasket around the crank seal. So let's keep digging. We don't know exactly what's leaking yet, but we're gonna find it. So stay tuned because this is gonna be a very good video. Happening the hood. Yeah, gravity. All right, trans jack coming up. Let's get that thing in position and we'll go ahead and strap it on with some ratchet straps or something like that. And contact, there we go. So now that this thing is in position, we can take the jack stand out of here. We'll just unscrew it a little bit. It's going to come down, and now the transmission jack is taking the weight. There we go. So far, so good. Get this thing out of here. We'll set this guy right over here on the other side of our shafts. There we go. Right there. Okay, we're looking at the right side of the bell housing here, and we've got one studded bolt here, 2, 3, one up top in the middle, and this little bracket here for the tube. It's the dipstick tube for the trans. So we've got to start pulling this side out, then we'll go pull the other side out. So let's go ahead and get this bracket unclicked first. Let's see if it's gonna willingly come out. Yeah, it came out just fine. That's perfect. We like it when that happens. I'm gonna go ahead and get all these bolts removed. I'll leave the bottom of these studded fasteners in just to secure everything for the time being, and then that'll give me time to get the top bolt out and the 2 on the bottom at the oil pan. So we'll get that one out of there. This one, we're just gonna crack it loose. You hear me? You come on loose there. There we go. So we'll leave that one loose. We'll pull this bottom one out right here. Can you guys see that one? Yeah, kinda. Let's get that one there, and gravity. So all the way up top, there's a bracket and a nut, and then behind that bracket and nut, there's a bolt. We have to get that one out next. We don't have to get that one next, but I like to get that one as soon as possible because it's hard to do. You know, actually, everything on this truck's hard to do. Oh, there it is. Got it. Nut gravity. Let's see here. Let's get that bracket out of the way. It's just kind of hanging on to a vent tube. Let's push that aside, and then I can get to the 15mm studded bolt that's in there. Whew, going back in. Yeah, it's pretty far away. You guys can see that thing, can't you? Right there. Yeah. Let's just get the let's get our socket on that thing, long range style. Okay, socket's on. See that? do this in one shot. Unclick. Yeah. People forget that, and then they try to pull the trans out and break the ear off of the bell housing. That's not good. It's bad. Okay, it didn't fall out, so let me reach in there and fetch that thing. Outer. Woohoo! Okay, that's about half the bolts so far. Okay, on the driver's side, that's the upper left side bolt. There's an extra one on this side. And then I've got the two side bolts next to the pins. Let's get those guys next. Unclick. And that one up there looks hard to reach. Let's get that guy next. Oh, get on there. What are you doing? Unclick. Well, that didn't work. Well, it's kind of loose. Maybe I can just get it by hand. Yeah, sure can. And that other one's still up there. I didn't pull that one out yet. Oh yeah, we got to get the transmission lines removed also. Didn't pull any of those yet either. That's not working. Tools are falling apart. Alright, one more down here in the bottom of the bell housing, but I need to get the trans line off first. Okay, hang on, need the oil drain. Oh no, I just looked at the camera and I wasn't recording. So anyway, I just pulled the transmission line assembly off. So now we've got one bolt left on the bell housing and we can start to wiggle this thing free. Failed at my job. I am a terrible cameraman. Okay, that should be the last bolt connecting these two assemblies. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna get in here and just kind of pry on this a little bit to try to separate it from the engine. Just a little bit of pry action. We don't want to break anything. And it's not going to want to come loose from the pins here. I need to spray those. Should have done that yesterday. All right, a little bit of spray on that pin. Some in the holes, some on the side, whatever. Lubricate it. You need to break the corrosion. These guys are kind of stuck. And all you can really do is just keep applying pressure, relieving, applying, relieving, and eventually it'll work its way off of that pin. There's a dowel on either side of the engine block that sticks into the bell housing. And of course the corrosion captures it and then the pieces don't separate. But we can see it's starting to move and we can hear it moving. This is good. We go pry the other side and we'll work it from there. Okay, I was wiggling it some. We can see that gap's getting a little bit bigger. So I'm just gonna keep working that a little bit and hopefully it'll come all the way out. There we go. See that gap? It's starting to open up. And that's what we want. Just like that. The more it moves, the farther away that's going to come apart, and eventually it's going to let go all the way. Alright, so I was on the other side wiggling, and this side came out, so now we need to just go over and work the passenger side pin. You can see the pin fully right here. See how that thing was corroded into the bell housing. So we just keep on this wiggle action, and eventually that other side is going to come free. Just keep on prying it. Okay, we're back on the passenger side again, and it started to come out a little bit. but it's being very reluctant on this side here. So I'm just gonna keep up with this battle of attrition, just keep wiggling and wiggling and wiggling. That little bit of motion up there is allowing all that penetrating fluid to seep in and kind of break up some of that corrosion and that rust. And that should get these two pieces separated. If it doesn't, we'll escalate on our levels of violence and start hammering pry bars in, like right here. Yep. Yeah, this thing's not going. Don't do that. That's it, she's free. Perfect. That scared me. That was abrupt. Okay, so this is free. Kinda. It's a little free. Let me scooch it back some. And then we need to do a visual inspection to make sure everything is disconnected. Like this dipstick tube right here. That's a big pain. Let's let the unit down some. There we go. No dipstick tube, don't go back. It was out. And then it fell back in. All right. Let's work on dropping this thing down. We need to kind of pull it back and then rotate it and then let the front down, because out back there's another cross member that the tail shaft on the transfer case overhangs, and we cannot remove that cross member. So we need to kind of squeeze this thing, you know, just out. It comes out, but it's a process. The two-wheel drives are super easy, but this one, not so much. Especially with that dipstick tube. I should have pulled the tube, or the dipstick out of the tube, and I didn't. That's what's getting it hung up. See, there's the dipstick right there. I might have to go up on a ladder and get it out, because it's kind of in the way. Give it one more shot here. Come on, tube. Just come out of there. It's not working. It's stupid. There we go. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna let it down a little bit, get some more clearance. There we go. Okay, unit's gonna come down a little bit more. And we're gonna rotate it a little bit more. It'll be ready to come out shortly. All right, we need to get a hold of it on this side, because this is where all of our fitment issues are. So let's move over here, and then we can let this thing down, tilt it this way, and then we'll pull it out. Okay, coming down some more. Again, that tail shaft is kind of hooked up on it, or caught up on the cross members, so we have to kind of drive this around that obstacle and wiggle this out that way. It's not fun. Here. Let it down some more. Okay, moving the lines, and kind of stuck. Yeah, it's a little stuck. Going back up. There. We need to go back up some and push the tail shaft rearwards. We're pretty hung up here. I'm actually kind of stuck. Let's get our tilt going a little bit better. There we go. That's what I wanted. A little bit of motion. We'll pull this guy out this way. Come on. Let's try some down action. Okay. A little more. Yes, I could have taken the transfer case off, but where's the challenge in that? Didn't think so. All right, at this point, we are pretty much free and clear. There's just a little bit of that tail shaft sticking out, but we can get that out of the way quite easily. Yep, we're just gonna go ahead and start letting it down. There we go, tail shaft's coming clear. We'll come out back and help it out some. All right, tail shaft is free. Woohoo! Sketchy. And the unit is 100% free. Let's go ahead and let it down. All the way down. Okay, so the unit is 100% free and clear. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the valve on the jack. And we're gonna let this guy down real slow like. I'll keep hands on it, guide it. Make sure nothing's getting hung up. Good to go. A little bit more speed on the down. There we go, a little more. And drivetrain assembly is out. Woo-hoo. A lot of work for an oil leak. Okay, let's roll this thing out of the way. I'm just gonna pull it back some. Come on. Oh. You heavy thing, you. Let's go. There, that's good. So now that we have this entire drivetrain out of the way, let's go ahead and get back up to our engine here and see what we've got to work with. Yeah, look at that. There's a bunch of streaks running right here from oil. Got some on the back of the crank. Let's go ahead and pull this flex plate off of here and see what's going on. It's got oil flinging off of it all over the place. On clicks. Surprised this little Milwaukee's pulling these off. These things are loaded with thread lock and stuff. Okay, that's all the bolts. Set those guys down. Drop 2 of them, no worries. And flex plate, you're coming with me. Come on, come off. Seriously, what? Come on, dude. Really? I need to pry bar the flex plate off? There's like a film or something built up around this. Yeah, I need to pry bar this. Get out of here. That's a new one. Correction, I need to pry bar this without bending it because these are not the thickest of components. So it just needs kind of a little bit of encouragement rather than force. Come on. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. There's oil all over here. Yeah, there's a bunch right there. A bunch right here. Let's take a look inside of the bell housing. Yep, we're flinging oil here. See all that? Okay. All right, let's get this cover off. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 or whatever of these 13 mil bolts. 2 of these long ones. A lot of oil right here. And then this little guy over here. These are all 10s and the others, like I said, are 13s. Let's pull that guy out. A bunch of oil came with it. Yep, those threads are full of oil right there. Same with these ones. Yeah, we get leaks right here at the pan gasket where this back cover mates up to it, and a little bit right here. So last time I had one of these covers off, the thing shot oil all over my face when I broke it free from the block. I mean, I tried. I used the up. Oh man, what? That was stupid. Are you serious? Look at that. All over my nice new stuff. It like straight money shot to the face. You gotta be kidding me. It's running down my cheek. I'm going to attempt to avoid that this time around. Come on. It's high up. I'm on my tippy toes is. Okay. And pry bar. So we're gonna get behind it wherever I can. Right there is good. And we'll just kind of pry it away to separate it from the block. There we go. Ah, see, look at that. That's the same place where the oil shot at me from last time. Pry it away right here. And we're in. All right. Okay, taking a look at this thing from the back side. Yeah, we see that gas. Oh, focus. The gasket's not doing so well right there. It's very flattened through here, and we're separated over here. Okay, I'm good with this. Okay, well, I do not have my replacement cover or crankshaft seal yet. You can replace just the seal right here, this perimeter gasket. I think you can replace the crank seal without the cover, but it's also available as one single unit. So like I said, I don't have that thing here yet, so that kind of puts me dead in the water for right now. So I really have no choice but to go ahead and close this video. And I'll do that, as always, by thanking each and every one of you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please feel free to let me know about that by tapping that like button down below. If you did not enjoy this video, then, well, go back and watch something else in my catalog, and maybe you'll enjoy that. So, again, and as always, thank you guys for watching. And most importantly, do not forget to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. End of part 2.